Last year, I paid around $4,060 for software subscriptions, and later I realized a lot of it can be just run on a computer already sitting in my room. So I canceled some of the subscriptions and kept the tools myself, and today I just wanted to share the free tools that can potentially replace yours as well. My name is Daniel Jindu, and I used to run AI info business that questions my moral every single day, and eventually I had to quit. Now I'm just giving away everything I know about AI for completely free. There's no gatekeeping. You can join my free community newsletter to get as much as value as you can. In return, all I'm asking for today is you hype this video and comment down below to share your perspective. That would mean the world to me. So let me tell you why I'm the right person to walk you through this. Back when I was selling AI services, courses, I helped sell promises I could not fully deliver. And if that made me really just sick of it, of selling courses, this course seller. So I had to quit, which means I know the subscription game from the inside out. I know how they hook you and how they keep you paying month after month to reduce the churn rate. If I say it, I deliver it. And if I cannot, I tell you early and fix it. That is why you're getting the real number, not a pitch. So here's what I think about software subscriptions. It is very simple concept, business model, and I want you to sit with it for a second. If you pay for something every single month, you do not own it. You are renting it. Now your number might not be $4,560. Maybe yours is $50 a month, maybe it's $500. It does not matter. The trap is just exactly the same. Why don't we think of it like a renting an apartment versus buying a house? I think I used this analogy before, but why not? When you rent, you pay forever. You own nothing at the end, and the landlord can just raise your rent whenever they feel like it. And when you buy, the work is just more upfront, but the place is yours and the payment stops moving. Most of the software on your laptop is an apartment you have been renting for years. Does that make sense? Now, this next part made me kind of angry, and I think it should make you angry too. This year, the landlords, the owner of the subscription platforms, they all raised the rent at almost the same time. 1Password bumped their price up by about a third, and the reason they gave you was basically that they had not raised it in a while. And then Notion took their AI agent and locked it in behind the higher plan. So wanting the AI now means jumping from $10 a month to $20 a month. Figma started charging you for AI by the click, and ChatGPT put ads on the free version. And honestly, it's not one company being greedy. It's the whole model working exactly how it was built. They're trying to make money. You are the renter, and the renter does not get a vote, right? But the part I did not expect when I first went down this rabbit hole kind of flipped everything for me. The free, you own it versions are not exactly a sad downgrade you think they are. Some of them are, but still, a lot of them usually are actually better than the thing you are currently paying for. And they run on a computer you already have, which is just the whole thing I'm talking about. And I'm not going to pretend these few tools wiped out the whole 4,560. That would be a lie, right? These are the easy ones, the bills you can just easily cancel this weekend without thinking, I think. And the rest of that number is its own video. So let me walk you through the bills I deleted one at a time, one by one, and I'll be straight about the catch on each one. Because every house is plumbing, you have to fix yourself at some point. All right, first one, and this is the big one, your AI subscription. ChatGPT Plus is $20 a month. I think they raised it, right? Yeah, it's held that price for 3 years, but the OpenAI team has basically told you the unlimited days are ending. You're being subsidized, as I keep mentioning. And they already put ads on the free tier. The thing that replaces it is called WebUI, and you pair it with a free tool called Ollama. What that means is Ollama is the engine that runs the AI model on your own machine, and OpenWebUI is the ChatGPT looking screen you actually talk to. It's pretty good. It's the most popular self-hosted AI chat out there. You can even link up with your OpenClaw or Hermes agent, and it does your documents, your chat history, all of it. The catch here is the good models want a decent computer. So a cheap little server only runs the small models. If you have a normal modern laptop or a machine with a real graphics card, you'll be fine. That is one bill gone, and your chats never leave your room. And remember that 1Password price hike I just mentioned, the one where they raised it a third, because why not? Your password manager is the next bill. And it is about $4 a month now after the increase. The replacement is Vaultwarden. It is tiny, it runs on basically nothing, like 10 megabytes or some sort of memory. And the clever part is that it works with the official Bitwarden apps. So the phone app and the browser extension will still work exactly the same. They just point out your server and set up theirs. The catch here is you are the security team now. You are responsible for what you own. If you set it up floppy, that is on you. And if you lose the server with no backup, that is on you. You lose your password, so back it up. Do that, and the company can never raise your rent again because there's no rent. Now, I want to show you the one that honestly kind of surprised me, scared me, because this is the whole point of the video in one story. You might remember Pocket, the save it for later app. Last year, Mozilla, they shut it down, and they did not just turn it off, they deleted everyone's saved data by November. Gone, like completely completely gone, disappear. You cannot recover it. That is the renting model in its purest form. The landlord knocked the building down with all your stuff still inside. In real life, that's kind of a lawsuit situation, but the replacement is Karakeep. It used to be called Hoarder. It saves your articles, and the cool part for us is it can auto tag and summarize them using a local AI model. The same Ollama we talked about earlier. The trade-off would be it leans nerdy. It is a set it up yourself thing, like DIY, not a tap and go app. But Karakeep can never delete your library, never again, because it is your library on your machine. I hope that makes sense. Okay, let me go faster now because these all follow the same exact pattern: rent versus own. AppFlowy is the Notion one. Notion just pushed their AI into the $20 plan. AppFlowy gives you the workspace for free. The only trade-off that I can think of is the part of their hosted version is not fully open, closed. So check that if you care about owning every single piece of it. And there's also Penpot is the Figma one. I use Figma a lot. Figma keeps adding C type and now charges for AI by clicks. Penpot is free and your client files never touch someone else's cloud, which designers gonna love. The catch here is the plugin ecosystem is kind of smaller than what Figma has. Now there's Ghost. Ghost is the Substack one. I use Substack, right? Substack quietly takes 10% of your money forever if you did not notice. So 1,000 readers at $5 each is about $6,000 a year. You just hand over, right? And Ghost lets you keep all of it. The catch here, the trade-off that I can think of is the hosting part, and the setup is on you. And there is also Plausible, which is the Google Analytics open source version. Google Analytics is free because you're the product. Plausible keeps your visitor data yours, however. The trade-off I can think of is the savings story is kind of weaker than Google Analytics. So do this one for the privacy, not for the money saving wise. I hope that makes sense. Same move every time you stop renting and you now start paving that road, owning one. So now let me be straight with you about the trade-off for the entire thing that I just talked to you about, because I promised I would. Owning the house means you fix the plumbing, any issues that might come up with all of these, the backups, the updates, the security, that is your job right now, not theirs. That is the real cost, and I'm not gonna pretend it away, but here is where it pays off. One cheap little computer, either a server you rented for like a $5 to potentially $50 a month for a mini PC on your desk that you already own, can run most of these at the same time. And once it is running, the price stops moving forever. Nobody can raise your rent, nobody can evict you, and nobody is training on your data. That is what owning the house actually feels like. However, if you're dealing with like a sensitive data, PII, anything if you're in a regulated industry, then you need to kind of be careful, because now then all the compliance, like HIPAA compliance or whatever, they are on you. Okay, so one more honest thing, because I do not want you to think this is like just pure magic and super pure free, right? There are two different costs here, and people mix them up all the time. There is the cost to build, which is your weekend. It could be an entire week, a little learning, and yeah, you might lean on a paid AI, state-of-the-art models like Claude or ChatGPT to help you set it up, which is a pretty smart thing to do. So that part is not free. And then there is the cost to run, which after setup is basically your electricity and a $3. The subscription you were paying never had a bill cost. You just pay rent forever. This flips it. You pay a bit of effort once and the running cost drops close to zero. Here's what I think about that trade though. Is it worth it for almost everything on this list? But you get to decide that part. I'm gonna let you decide. So if you want the shortcut, I put together a simple sheet with every tool from today, what it replaces, the real price you are killing, a trade-off, the catch on each single tool. So you can just pick which bill to delete first. It is free. The link is in the description. Just sign up for my newsletter, you'll get it. Now, if you remember one line from today, make it this one. If you pay for it every month, you do not own it. You are renting. So why don't you stop renting and maybe start paving that owning your own road? Anyway, that is for today. If you want to see more, why don't you comment down below on what you want to see next? Because for the next video, I'm going to cover how to flip this around and actually get paid for these tools, the reseller side, because that is how our channel runs. You ask, I build, we all learn. See you in the next video.